everyone. This is my very first video, so please bear with me if it's not all it could be and not all it should be. I'll do my best. I'd like to share with you my A5 Calipso Filofax in red. I've been working on setting this up for quite a few months now, and I think that I may have finally found planner peace. So I would just like to share this with you. So the Calipso is a great organizer. It's nice and squishy on the outside. You can see the leather moves, and I think there's some padding in there. But it's still quite stiff. I like it stiff, so you can write on it, but I like the feel of the squishy. So it's got the best of both worlds for me. It's an A5, but despite that, it's still really manageable and portable. I'm not sure what ring size this is, but it's probably one of the smaller ones, which is fine by me. So it's pretty stuffed, but it's still really portable. I take this with me wherever I go. It fits in my purse. I generally carry it though. It's kind of heavy, but it's the only Filofax I use. I have a few other ones, but I have everything in this one, and I use it mostly for business, but all my personal goals, everything's in here. So why don't I just show you? So on the left side, I have my beloved Friction pen. I love this pen. I wish the ink lasted longer, but it writes like a dream. This is the Friction Slim in metal. It's a beautiful pen. It costs about 20 euros. And I clip it, just clip it into here. It's an elasticized pen loop, so you could stick it in, but because the metal's kind of matte, it doesn't slide so nice, so I just clip it in like that. It's a great pen though. You have to really pull on it. You have to actually really pull on it to get the pen out, so it doesn't open accidentally, and with the little clip on the end, it doesn't slide out. It stays in nice and tight where it's supposed to be, and when I do need it, it's really easy to get it in and out. On this side, I have some index tabs or page tabs, and here I use the posted index pads. These are the thick ones. You probably can't see that, but they are nice and thick and really sticky, so they don't fall off. I was finding with the cheaper ones that they would wrinkle and fall off my pages, so I've started using these ones, and I really like that the red kind of matches, and I kind of went with this blue then too, because I kind of liked it, the red and the blue together with some yellow. So I have my business cards. Here I have some sticker dots just to track some of my tasks and some commitments that I've made to myself. And here are some stickers I took out of an old Moleskine book. I'm not quite happy with them, so I'll be taking those out of my Filofax. I also have, what's really important to me is to send birthday cards to my close friends and to family. I have a big family. And since I'm Canadian, but I live in Germany, I have to send a lot of international cards and letters. So I have all kinds of stamps in all different denominations, international denomination, Germany. Yeah. If I don't have stamps, I will write birthday cards and not send them because I never have time to get to the post office while it's open. So if I have them here, they do get out on time. I also have a little composition notebook that I use just as a brain dump. Nothing exciting. They're pretty cheap, so when it's full, I just toss it. And some paper clips. So since I do use my Filofax for work, and I work in a open space office with about 150 colleagues all in one big open space, everybody can see everybody's desk and stuff. So I don't decorate, or I not really decorate my Filofax, and I try to keep it not a lot of personal mementos in it. So when you open Filofax, I have this Filofax fly leaf with all kinds of post-its. These highlighter tabs, we'll see later, are really important for me. I run the event department, and I have have a couple of event managers that I need to keep track of all of our projects and all of our events. My hand looks really bad, but it's because I was sitting on my sweater, so excuse that. So one little memento that I do have in here is this postcard from my husband. It says, with you the sun is always shining. I'm glad to have you. I keep that behind my fly leaf, so I know it's there, but I don't generally show it to people. An important part of my Filofax is our yearly planning. I need to know what projects we have going on when, so I have all our projects for the whole year. I somehow ended up with a personal size 2015. I must have ordered the wrong size, but it works, so I leave it. But for 216, I'm on to the A5 size, which gives me a lot more room to write. On my first fly leaf, I have this big post-it block. I use this quite a bit. It's nice and big, so you've got lots of room to write. And I often find writing something down is faster than getting out your computer or getting on the computer and opening the right program. And so I use this a lot. And one of the few playful things that I have going on in my planner are these cute little kangaroo paper clips. So that's just a playful touch. Moving on to the calendar section. I make almost all of my own inserts. I don't know if I'm weird or if I have special needs or what. I find the week on one page does not work for me at all. The week on 2 pages is really cramped. I write kind of big, and at the end of the week I have so much writing in there that I'm really overwhelmed with all the stuff going on and can't find the information I need easily. So I was using a day on 1 page. I started off with day on 2 page actually, which was just way too much space. I didn't need all that space. I find if you have too much space going on, it entices you to overcommit yourself, too many tasks, too many appointments, and you end up getting nothing done. So I did reduce to a day on 1 page, but I found the same thing. I didn't really need all that space in the A5 setup. I think in a personal size, I would probably need all that space, but not in the A5. The A5 gives you a lot of nice room to write. So I'll show you the inserts first. This is a good setup. I've only been using this for a week, but I love it already. I made it so that it's a week on 4 pages. So I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I also have room for my week in review. I was doing a month in review at the end of the month, but so much happens in my month, and I often couldn't remember, did that happen in September, or was it August, or was it the beginning of this month or the end of last month? And a lot of times I couldn't even remember some of the stuff that I'd done. Even going through the calendar, it took a long time to remember stuff, like personal stuff that you might not even have in your calendar, nice things that happened, or a phone call that you received, whatever. So I've moved into a week in review, which is quite doable for me, and really helps put things in perspective and keeps you on track and updated on how far you're going with your goals, what progress you're making. And it's kind of like a little bit of a journal, I guess, for me. So I have this space for appointments, which you can see there's lots of room to write. I write kind of big, so there's still plenty of room. And then I have this upper space, which is really important to me to be able to track important things like birthdays, but also important appointments, or in my case, of course, the events that we're doing, that my team's doing. And each person in the team has their own color. So I see here there's an event, and I see who's taking care of it. On this day we have 2 events and 2 separate event managers who are responsible for these events. So I am able to keep up. Same thing here. It's a really busy week. I have a birthday on this date. So I'm easily able, with a one look, I see, especially even for staffing and everything, I see who's busy, who's not busy during that week. I see what birthdays I have coming up. I know I have to send some cards out, but still with the timing for half-hour slots for the day. Yeah. Then I also made monthly overviews. I have about 3 months worth of these weekly pages in my planner, but I have 6 months of these calendar pages. And what I did is I made them myself. It's just an A4 sheet. That's the nice thing about this A5 format. It's really easy to make the stuff you want for yourself. Easy to punch and cut and whatever. So on half the A4, so an A5 size, I have the calendar for the month, a couple of things that I want to take care of each month, and just some lined space for writing. And on the back of that, I write down how many birthday cards I'm going to need in that month, and how much postage I'm going to need, excuse me, how much postage I'm going to need, and in which denomination. So some of it's international, some of it's national, it has different prices, so I know that my stamps are always, that I always have enough stamps to send out those cards. What I do, I take, after the month is gone, I take out the monthly pages, so September's out. I do leave the calendar in though, so I have a high-level view of what went on in September. Sometimes you need to look back and see what happened on what day. And then during the current month, I have the used pages. I just collect them in here, so they're collected, not flying around, and I don't have so much paper. And the unused month too. So like we're in October right now, so November is also in its little month pocket. So I don't have to flip through so much loose leaf paper, which makes it a lot easier to find stuff that you need. What I also did was I made this little insert because I found I was writing to-dos on the day on one page. I was writing them in one day and I didn't get to all of them, so I carried them over to the next day, and maybe something came up and I didn't take care of those either, and I carried them over the next day, and I was writing down stuff over and over and over and over again. So what I did was I made these little inserts. I put some tape on them, on the side of them, and then I just snip into the holes so that it's movable, just like the today ruler is. So instead of having to rewrite everything, I just rip it out and put it into the next day with my ruler. So I have on the front I write down the week, so I know where they belong in case I need to go back and look at them. I have on the front I have my business to-dos, and on the back I have my personal to-dos. Yeah. And then I also have a little legend here. 3 things that I'm trying to track. One of them is a micro-habit, trying to establish a micro-habit every month, a new one, that I drink my water, and that I actually did my 3 most important tasks of the day, which I set out daily. So here I'm still working on all my goal setting for the rest of this year. Yeah, these were 3 tasks that I wanted to get done before noon, because if they don't get done before noon, they tend not to get done. And then I track it here. So I did my micro habit, which is the green dot. I drank all my water, which is the blue dot, but I did not do all 3 of my tasks. And yesterday was a really busy day, so I didn't even do my micro habit, and I didn't get my 3 tasks done. I didn't even write 3 tasks done because I knew that was futile. So that's how I track things. Yeah, and then when this day is over, or these 2 days, on Sunday I can put these pages into this, and then they're collected. So that's my calendar. What else do we have? Projects. I don't even make inserts for these. This is something I sit down with once a month. Just on my A4 notebook, I just write down what projects we have going on, what the to-dos are. I have business projects, personal projects, and yeah, I do this about once a month just to keep track of what's going on. I have a lot of stuff that goes on. I also snip these so that I can put it into my weekly to-do area if I haven't gotten around to writing down my to-do list. So now we come to the most private and personal part of my planner. Um, this is my goal setting, my goal tracking. I don't really open this at work. I don't actually open it for anybody generally. So I did do a little bit of decorating. Went crazy for my character type. Went crazy with the decorating. Yeah, so I'll just show you. I use time system inserts for these, and the time system insert. I love them, but they come in an A4 sheet, so they're like a folded A4 sheet, and I don't like how they set up where the fold is. So I copied them and put them in the order I like, because I like these two sheets as an overview, and then getting into the in-depth setting of the goals, the in-depth goal setting. I need more of those pages, and the time system pages, they're this page, and then they're folded, and inside is the in-depth working out of the goals, and then it's one sheet per 100 goals, and then I don't need these 5 years for 5 different areas, goal areas that I have. So I haven't done this. I will do it in December for my 2016 goals. It's in German, but it says my goals for 5 to 3 years, for 3 to 1 years, and then it gets into goals for this year. So I just started really writing down this stuff at the beginning of September and really getting into it. So I've got a lot done already. I still have a lot to go on, but this is a really high level view of what I want to be doing this year. We still have, I think, 10 or 11 weeks, so there's still lots of time to get stuff done. So that's the high level overview, and then we get into the low level overview, which I went all crazy and decorated, as you can see. My crazy. I love watching the Filofax videos on YouTube, how everybody decorates their stuff, and everybody's so creative, and I think it looks really pretty, but it's just not for me. But I found some little stickers that I could put on here just to give you a little bit more motivation, and because they're such a personal, these are really personal part of my planner, I just have to like it. Nobody else has to like it, and nobody else should be looking at it, so do it my way. I have different areas that I want to work on my goals. Most important one is my life direction. So I have work goals, I have future goals, what I want to be doing, then I have a couple, finding your passion in life, and then goals and organization, getting myself more organized, getting my house more organized. Those are the kind of things. And then you really get into the steps, how to accomplish these goals. So I love these time system inserts. They really are well thought out. Great investment. They're only like $3 for 25 of them, so worth it. So those are my living a crafted life. So actually actively crafting the direction of your life and where you want to be. And I have body and soul, my goals. It's still a work in progress. Financial goals, and my home and heart goals. And as you can see, it's really still a work in progress. I'm working on it, but I did have a lot of fun decorating this one. I also have just an overview, just a quick spot me list of what can I do if I have 15 minutes extra, 30 minutes extra, 60 minutes extra at home. I have also put in a comment book into my Filofax. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it, but it has inspirational quotes, books that I want to read, just motivational stuff, stuff that means something to me. I'm not sure it's going to stay in there. What else do we have? I have a subscription and membership tracker to remember to quit my subscriptions on time, or just have an overview of what's going on. I still need to really work on that and fill it out. And this is my notes section, so I have all kinds of work notes in here. Just flip through those quickly. Some more notes. Just note paper. Here I have a gift idea sheet, I really need to get working on this before Christmas. Sit down and think about it. But I saw a tutorial how to make these paper clip flags, I guess, to help it stick out. And I really liked it, so I made one. Then I have a fly leaf with different meals that we enjoy. So I don't do heavy duty meal planning, but I can just take these out and stick them on the day where we're going to have them, and it helps a little bit with grocery shopping, because who doesn't love grocery shopping? And I'm a Sudoku addict, so I have Sudokus in my planner for if I'm waiting at a doctor's office or whatever. And then I have my contact section, just flip over. You don't need to see all those. But I do carry this with me because I do end up writing birthday cards, Christmas cards, or letters while I'm on the road. I often, if we're working an event, I have a couple hours in the evening that I can take care of that stuff. So I actually need to have those with me. And then I have just a pouch where I have all the where I have birthday cards and stuff that I know that I'll be needing. When I buy them, I just stick them in the pouch. Yeah, and that's my planner. Oh, in the back pocket. Just a second. So in this back pocket, it's a small pocket and it's kind of stiff. But I have pen refills in this pocket because my pen likes to run out of ink especially when I'm on the road or in a meeting where I don't have access to refills or recharges, and then it doesn't write anymore. It doesn't tell you beforehand that it's going to run out, and then it just runs out, and it's a painful thing. So I keep them in there, and that is my Filofax. And thank you for watching.